Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, right? Hope y'all enjoyed that decode. Rick Ross responds back at Drake. Now look, and we have the WNBA draft hitting later. Can't wait to cover that. Check this out. Iowa star Caitlin Clark makes surprise appearance on SNL Saturday Night Live. Okay? And we have a couple of videos. Here, let's play the one with the article first. Let's go over here.
Start with last night because that was incredible.
Yeah.
How did it come together? How did you know? Like, you were awesome.
So I first heard about it when I was at the Final Four. One of my people that helped me out texted me and asked me if I like Chris Stapleton and Ryan Gosling, and I was like, obviously I like them. So, but I honestly didn't know the script until I showed up.
Ooh.
Saw it, and I was like, yeah.
Talking about SNL, but think about how they give you the half truths, how they kind of tell you the script. It's about the language, right? It's in there. Think about it. The whole thing is a script.
This is pretty good. And then obviously just like setting him straight about women's sports was pretty phenomenal, and the crowd was great. I was definitely super nervous, way more nervous for that than I get for a basketball game, but a bucket list item, so it was a lot of fun.
I don't know if you saw the week before they did a skit opening, supporting women's basketball,
Yeah.
the crowd, the viewership you guys had. So
Yeah.
they've sort of turned a page, it
Yeah.
seems, in supporting as
Yeah,
opposed to
there was a lot
attacking.
of cast members that came up to me and were just like,
Hey, and it says Iowa star Caitlin Clark makes surprise appearance on SNL. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like not her and they're saying it's her now that, she's taken another step, right? Supposed to get drafted by the Indiana Fever, right? The Iowa Star. Look, live from New York, it's Caitlin Clark.
so excited that I was there and like talking about how they always watch us and that they loved the bit that we did in setting the
I'll leave it
price.
here and we'll go forward and probably come back and check that out. Okay, because we have another video here as well. All right, so let's move forward. And again, the loss to the South Carolina Gamecocks, the national championship, right? And Camilla Cardoza to be drafted as well, right? Some of the characters here, I guess, we're on the verge of this draft hitting today. Let's not forget it's Sexy Red's birthday. And is it tax day? That's interesting. Think about, is it? Let me know if I'm wrong. But tax day in the women's NBA draft, WNBA, and Sexy Red's birthday. Think about the connections. And look at this, 32222, 322. Like Skull and Bones, located at Yale, right? And Yale in Connecticut. You see UConn right there. Wow. You see that?
Yale University is located in New Haven, Connecticut.
Thank you. Is that Alexa? Is that Alexa talking to me? Let me shut that down. Thank you, Alexa. We'll power you down. Appreciate that. Let's play this now, okay?
The WNBA draft is this Monday, and Iowa star Caitlin Clark is expected to be the number one pick. Here to
I wonder if it's gonna make me edit. Hopefully it lets us stick, right? What's this? Is this ABC 8?
comment is Caitlin Clark.
Well, that was definitely fun to watch. Well, tonight is also the WNBA draft, and Caitlin Clark of Iowa is widely expected to be the first pick. No surprise to a lot of us, meaning she'll play for the Indiana.
Look, they're straight up trying to get ratings, man, for real. Supposed to be drafted by Indiana, where Larry Bird was born, and Caitlin Clark. See the third letter, 3-3. Larry Bird, known for wearing 33 for the Boston Celtics. And Caitlin Clark is going to play with a character, if she gets drafted by Indiana, Aaliyah Boston. Right? And basketball equals 22. Boston equals 22. Caitlin Clark's got the 22 on the jersey. Born in 2002. on the 22nd, right, of January.
Indiana Fever next season. Clark had a busy weekend ahead of the draft, and as you saw, she even appeared on Saturday Night Live alongside Michael Che and Colin Jost for a special edition of Weekend Update. And here's what Clark had to say about the ordeal.
I think that was like, this is like national.
Okay, so that's what we just saw.
The WNBA draft.
Okay, there's some USA Today footage. Maybe we'll play that one at
After
the
a
end.
storybook college.
But look, let's get forward here. Okay, Iowa star Caitlin Clark makes surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live. Look at Iowa star and surprise appearance right in the title here. And you get 110, and it's the reverse ciphers with the language, okay? Forwards and reverse. You just reduce when you or excuse me, that's not reduction forwards, that's reverse. Okay, with Iowa star, Z is 1, A is 26 with the alphabet. Surprise appearance, you just, reverse the alphabet. Z is 1, A is 26. At the 10th letter, you just reduce, right? By adding 1 plus 0, reduce it to 1. The next one, 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. And you just add it up. You see? Surprise appearance, 110 like Iowa star. And she brings out some of the teammates as well. We'll hit on that at the end. Are they retiring her jersey, or is that just a part of the skit? But SNL, Saturday Night Live, right? SNL for short. 45, 36, and 18, just like the last name Clark. Okay, and this character, something with the selection, been connecting this character to Caitlyn Jenner, and now OJ's death hits, and we get that connection as well with the Caitlyn name, and that goes on for days and days and days as we build onto that, right? And Caitlyn Jenner had the Iowa connection, also connected with basketball, and I'm sure I'm missing something there, but check this out. So she said she first heard about the possibility at the Final Four, although discussions had been ongoing for a couple of weeks about this SNL. And again, live from New York, it's Caitlin Clark. Wow. Final Four 141, like Iowa star Caitlin Clark. You're a star now. You're on the main stage. Was it really you? I don't know. But look at these numbers. Iowa 48, like Final Four even. All right, this surprise appearance. I didn't know the script until I showed up and saw it and was like, this is very good. Clark told the AP on Sunday, set them straight about women's sports. Think about that truth right there in plain sight. But did you catch it? Supposedly talking about SNL, right? But look, they get the truth to you, okay? I didn't know the script until I showed up and saw it and was like, this is very good. Clark told the AP on Sunday, set them straight about women's sports. Was pretty phenomenal. You see? The crowd was great. Way more nervous than I get for a basketball game. A bucket list item. Ha ha ha, right? The Steph Curry connection. Her jersey looks like the Warriors. The black jersey, the black and gold one. Hawkeyes. Curry, Caitlin, Clark. I don't know what that connection's about. The world's just scripted. I think there's relation with some of the characters, but they just like recycle characters with the names, and these aren't real names, none of them. But the Iowa Star in New York for the WNBA draft, and that's here shortly. Okay, it's Monday. Again, and Sexy Red's birthday. Look for that character probably to be trending again, but when she is expected to be the top pick by the Indiana Fever here, and expect a fever to hit around politic time, when we got the race thing going on with the O.J. Simpson case and his death being brought back up. Remember George Floyd last election? Biden, you're not black if you don't vote for me. The NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer showed up after anchor Michael Che made a joke about Iowa. Oh, it was a joke, retiring the jersey. They probably had some guy jokes in there. You know, if any of y'all catch any of that. Clark got the last laugh as Che then read some more jokes that Clark said she wrote that made fun of the comedian. I'm going to have to look at that. Let me go look at that real quick. What kind of jokes did Caitlin Clark share on SNL? It's not going to tell us. Roasted Michael Shea's jokes about women's sports. Ooh, I bet that was interesting. What did they joke about women's sports on SNL with Caitlin Clark? I'm going to have to let that one go. A reminder that Indiana Fever is a WNBA team and not what Michael... Okay, I'm sure there was something in there. The basketball star thus made it clear that she did not approve of Shea's apron joke, a reference to the sexist ideology that women... Let me go over here real quick. Let me go to the US Weekly over here. I wonder if you're viewing this right now. I think you're viewing this right now. This is a little different. Okay, you should be viewing this, hopefully. Caitlin Clark roast Mike. Okay, a lot of jokes about women's sports. Let me scroll down this article and see if I catch anything. Okay, and it was April 13th. So on the 13th. And Caitlin Clark has the 113, and I think Des Moines, Iowa, abbreviated, like how you write it on an envelope where she's born, I think has the 113 as well. Yeah. All right, so we'll just have to leave the jokes, whatever the jokes were at that. I'm not catching those right away here. So let's go back over here. So interesting with this language here, talking about the script. SNL, but you know, right? So New York's got the 33. We mentioned the CC 33, Caitlin Clark, the Larry Bird connection. You know, New York 33, this is where the draft is. And it says today begins at 7:30 Eastern time. So what, a few hours before that here in Arizona. Brooklyn Academy of Music. Brooklyn, where Michael Jordan's born, huh? Brooklyn equals 112. And we get 211 with Caitlin Clark. Not sure if it's just with Caitlin Clark, but somewhere in there in the 47th prime that's hitting a lot with Trump, huh? And the Super Bowl was on 2/11. But this 33, and there it is, Indiana Fever it says will select Caitlin Clark on Monday with the first overall pick. Other notable players, Aaliyah Edwards, and we mentioned Aaliyah Boston, right? Who Clark is supposed to team up with in Indiana. I believe her name is Aaliyah. I know it's Boston, but South Carolina's Camila Cardozo, again synced up with Kamala, Harris, also projected first rounders. And they mentioned Maya Moore in this little story here with SNL. We keep an eye out for characters they mention. I'm sure it will be a big step for me, but it's just one step. Oh my gosh. What, syncing it up with like the eclipse, like the moon landing? But it's just one step for the WNBA. That just sounded like the moon landing script, right? Was that the moon landing script? One step for mankind, all of that. Anyways, I think that's what that came from. That's what, when I try to, I'm not good with these sayings, right? But okay, they mentioned, and look, and my basketball hero, look, 13th letter of the alphabet, Maya Moore. Maya Moore, it says right here. These are the women that kicked down the door so I could walk inside, so I want to thank them. You know, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Double L, Double S, Double C, and Double M. And they mentioned Don Staley, right? The coach of the Gamecocks, who took down Iowa. Okay, so Maya Moore, the hero. Well, Maya Moore, 137. Z is 1, A is 26. The 33rd prime. No coincidence. And again, there's the jersey that looks like Steph Curry in the Golden State Warriors jersey. And Curry, Caitlin Clark, and that connection's already out there. And that Maya Moore synced up with UConn. Played for UConn. I'm just saying, Connecticut, C. And I just saw a 33 on her jersey as well. Oh, no, it's not. It might be like a 23 or something. My bad. There she is. Maya Moore, 106, like Iowa Star. The alphabet forwards. That's easy, right? A, B, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Not my creation. I'm reporting it, okay? Iowa Star, Caitlin Clark makes surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live. And we got that draft coming up. It's the 23 right there. The links. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna think is that Minnesota. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was just on the fly. I think it might be Minnesota. A lot of cast members came up to me and were so excited I was there. Is it you? Surprise appearance? I mean, you're on the main stage. Is it you? We don't know. You know what I mean? Let's not stop at the puppets, right? We've already been deceived. It says, before they pushed me in on the chair, my heart was beating through my chest. I bet. Clark came back on stage at the end of the show, bringing her former Hawkeye teammates Kate Martin, Gabby Marshall, Jada Giamfi, if that's how you say it, with her. It's so cool they got into New York City yesterday. Clark said of her teammates, the producer asked if they wanted to go up on stage at the end. They got a little shell-shocked at first, but it's cool that I can share these moments with them. Here they are. I'm not sure the order, if maybe that's the order. I don't know. I know that's Clark third right there. So maybe it's Gabby on the left, Kate Martin next to her, and maybe Jada over on the right. Possibly, not 100%. And here's another character they give us before the article ends. Clark watched the first half of the show from the dressing room, so as not to spoil the surprise for the fans. She got to see musical guest Chris Stapleton's second performance from on the set after her appearance, okay? What would be the odds? 179 alphabet forwards, Chris Stapleton. Is this a country character? Might have to look. Iowa Hawkeyes 179 in reverse, and you get the reduction ciphers into play. 62 with Chris Stapleton, 62 Iowa Hawkeyes, and you get both of those reduction ciphers there, okay? Let me look at that character, verify. American singer, songwriter, guitarist Chris Stapleton. His birthday is today, the day of the WNBA draft. Chris Stapleton birthday. Oh,
According to Wikipedia,
it's
Christopher Alvin
magic.
Stapleton is an American singer-songwriter, guitarist, record producer, and the husband of Morgan Stapleton.
It's magic. April 15th with the birthday. They didn't tell us in the article. NBA draft day.
June 26 to 27, 2024.
Bam, WNBA draft. Woo! And that's 15/4. I know King James equals 154. Who do the Lakers play today? Lakers.
The Lakers won 124 to 108 yesterday against the Pelicans.
Okay. 232 total. New Orleans Pelicans. All right. I don't want to stretch on that. No stretching on that. Let's go back over here. That's amazing that he's got the birthday today. So is it tax day as well? Is it tax day today? Look. Think about like some kind of symbolism. I don't know. That's wow. That's tax day, WNBA draft day, Sexy Red's birthday. Think about like the trafficking stuff that's going on. Dude, that's wow. And Chris Stapleton's birthday, he performs at SNL. And they didn't fail to mention his draft day is his birthday. We catch this kind of like Rick Ross has the same birthday as J. Cole. They don't want to let us know, right? And we'll play that other video too. But look, 82 right here, John R. Wooden Award. Caitlin Clark received the John L. Wooden Award. Oh, I guess I don't have the clip. Let me show you the article. You saw 82, right? And this hits 82 days after her birthday, right? So let me go over here where it shows that. It's down here at the bottom. Right here. Right there. Let me zoom in. Zoom in right there. Full screen it. There you go. It's been a busy week for Clark since her team lost to South Carolina in the national championship game in Cleveland. Cleveland equals 33 as well. Right? And Cleveland, I mentioned LeBron, and King James equals 154 today's date. And he had a $154 million contract, didn't he, at one point? Possibly with the Lakers. Maybe his first one. If I'm not mistaken. And LeBron's got the 33 all with his name. All of that, right? Okay? I believe, right? So, you get that. And the John R. Wooden Award, okay? And there was a rally they're talking about. But back over here, look at that. You see? John R. Wooden Award 82, reverse reduction. Okay? And SNL, this surprise appearance 82 days after her birthday. You see? The 122 birthday, born on the 22nd day of the year in 2002, currently age 22, got the 22 on the jersey. Is she going to rock the 22? If she gets drafted by Indiana, is she going to have the 22? She's going to play with Aaliyah Boston. Boston equals 22. Basketball equals 22. I forgot to mention that earlier. It's probably more with that. So look, we did it again. Hope y'all are enjoying the decodes, Don't forget, check out the lives. I know they're longer, but you got a busy day at work or something. You're into this knowledge, right? These connections are amazing. We're in a fake world. And the 48, Iowa, and Final Four, this stuff was all hitting around the eclipse, right? And the men were playing in the Valley of the Sun. And there's a connection, I'm sure, with Cleveland there. Maybe I should have looked into it a little more. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll play this other video right here.
After a storybook college career filled with record-breaking moments and legions of new fans, NCAA superstar Caitlin Clark is ready to take her game to the next level as a WNBA rookie.
I know there would probably be a little bit of a learning curve, but I think always I've had confidence in myself. That's always kind of what I remind myself is, you're not here by accident.
They haven't sold tickets to the WNBA draft in years, and they sold out in 15 minutes. Where is your mindset going into the draft?
I think more than anything, I'm just really excited. I think this is a dream. This is something I wrote down on a piece of paper when I was in second grade, get a basketball scholarship, play in the WNBA. This is always something.
Think about that. And she was talking about the script. It's got to pay attention.
And I wanted to do.
At tonight's draft in Brooklyn, the 22-year-old Iowa phenom is expected to be the '1 pick by the Indiana Fever.
Think about Fever and a selection coming up. And think about like the Caitlyn Jenner gender connection, Marcia Clark in the OJ case, Johnny Cochran, the Gamecocks defeat Iowa national championship. There's going to be more connections there. Caitlyn Jenner speaking out. Gender. They talk about women's sports. It's kind of like a political thing. They try to make it, right? Men performing in women's sports. Caitlyn. You know, who was Superman? Kent Clark. Is that it? You know, kind of poses like that sometimes.
Indianapolis, home of the Fever.
Hawkeyes, Gamecocks. Cock.
The Caitlin Clark effect is already in full swing.
I heard that season tickets are going like blazes in
yeah.
Indiana. Have you heard that rumor?
I have heard that rumor. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think they're selling pretty well.
Championship game or getting ready.
This to represent USA across your chest. So being able to do that on the highest level would certainly be a dream come true.
Okay.
Is that the 6 like LeBron?
I mean, editorial.
All right. So another one. You know, took that loss, but that was the past, right? Oh, it was the loss. Oh yeah. Right? It was Angel Reese, right? Here, let me pull that up. Man, there were so many teams. Let me pull that up. In case I misspoke. Let's go over here. Who was in the women's Final Four? Let's see right here. Yeah, Iowa beat South Carolina right here. Iowa over UConn. Okay, yeah, you see right there. Okay. South Carolina wins over Iowa. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. See how this goes. Let me pull up LSU. Right there, Iowa. Okay. Iowa 94-87 over LSU. Yeah, and all of that. All right. There's a lot going on with that. The Camilla Reese connection, too. That's interesting, like Kamala Harris, right? But yeah, South Carolina Gamecocks. You know what I mean? And look into it. Marcia Clark, Caitlin Clark, the OJ connection, Caitlyn Gender, right? 87-75 right there. Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, y'all. We'll see how these characters do during the draft. I may have misspoke. If I misspoke earlier, I misspoke. I'm not perfect, right? But yeah, it happens. Iowa star Caitlin Clark makes surprise appearance on SNL, right? So it's on to the next level. I mean, the loss to the Gamecocks, you know, I said, I guess, you know, that's in the past, right? Move on to the next stage. You know, she's climbing the ladder. Iowa star Caitlin Clark. All right, y'all. So I'll look at that draft and probably be back tonight. And again, tax day. Think about it. Ooh, and it says Boston Marathon. Look, let me click on that real quick because that connects exactly with. Look, that shows right there the script. You get Boston Marathon, and we're talking about Larry Bird, the number 33, CC 33, and Aaliyah Boston is in Indiana. And look, what do we get here? Ethiopia's Sisay Lema wins Boston Marathon in runaway. Kenya's Helen Obiri repeats in women's race. You see that? It all hits, and you got Aaliyah Boston in Indiana. And Boston equals 22 like basketball. Wow. It might have the 68 too, like there's 68 teams in the tournament. If that's wrong, then don't quote me on that, but I know it has the 22 and B the second letter. Let me put this name of the women's winner. And I'm not going to go deep into this just to see. We had 62. Let me go back to the slides real quick. The women's winner, 62. Look, we had some 62s right here. Let's just see real quick. Let's see. I think there was two of them. Let's see. Right there, Chris Stapleton, 62. Iowa Hawkeyes, 62. You see that? And check that out. Helen Obiri. I don't know how to. Oh, and Los Angeles equals 109. It said Caitlin Clark picked up that Wooden Award in Los Angeles. Not a super huge connection, but I wonder when the birthday is of that character. Oh, now you're seeing it right there. So yeah, 62 like Iowa Hawkeyes and Chris Stapleton. Let me look at the birthday real quick. Right here. And maybe there's a number on the character as well. December 13th birthday. 5'3". Age 30. Let's click on the Wikipedia. There's a full name as well. Let me see if I just want to see if there's a quick birthday hit. No, it's just the December 13. All right, I don't want to go. That's it. That's amazing though with the Boston connection. Let me put the full name in real quick, and then we'll just leave it there. Let's get the full name. Wow, you get the Boston Marathon hitting too. We do need to look at Aaliyah Boston as well. I brought it up on the fly. I don't see anything with the name there. But Aaliyah Boston, that's an amazing connection. Let's go back here. Aaliyah Boston. Right here. Look, her birthday is 2 days before that date that we just hit. Wow. Aaliyah Boston's birthday is 2 days before this character that wins the Boston Marathon, all synced up with that Larry Bird connection. Holy wowza. Woo! And she's 22. Expect a fever to hit. Look, born in the Virgin Islands. Look, y'all, they're doing some shady stuff. Remember Griner too? The Russia thing? They're doing shady stuff, y'all. Expect the fever to hit. And we got the selection coming up. Excuse me. I couldn't help that. Man, wow. Let me go back over here. That's amazing. I caught that before we ended. Maybe I'll come back and look at that. I don't know. Maybe not. But wow. There's more Caitlin Clark. So that draft is about to hit. Iowa star Caitlin Clark makes a surprise appearance on SNL, y'all. Okay? And the draft coming up shortly. Until then.